It's not that you're not working hard, it's just things are getting stronger,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool. So put the legs of your chair on the mat. Yay, 15. So what I like about this class is that most of it, I'm in the chair. And I can relax into the movements versus trying to hold balance. We did a lot of lower back, so my lower back's talking a little bit. So my feet are outside the hips, and I just want to shift my weight right and left. Because first of all, we've been in bed all night, and things get kind of tight. I'm leaning forward through my chest, so my chest is actually here versus over my spine. I'm just pushing side to side. Now come center. I want you to press forward, cave in, push forward, cave in, push forward, cave in, breathing in. How's your legs feel? Better?
Yeah, but aware's good, yeah, there you go.
One more. All right, so we're gonna scoot all the way to the back of the chair. So this is where the blocks come in, different rubber blocks. You're fine. So some of us are a little shorter than others. We can't touch the floor. And this is one time that I really do want to touch the floor. Even if your knees are slightly higher than your hips, you're in the chair, so it's okay. When you can't really touch the floor, right? If your feet aren't flat, you like cut off circulation and all that good stuff. I'd rather have you build up just a little bit. Knees and hips are in front, so this is all through your abs. Now, if your knees, so my knees are slightly higher than my hips, I'm gonna lean back on the chair. Can you feel your abs? Right? So I'm not slumping, I'm still up. Now take your head weight back, so you feel you are leaning back this way, but you're supported with the chair, but your abs are still small. Just sweep the wall. Keeping the shoulders back and down. Relax into the shoulder blades and into your back. Lift up and through. Now you still have to do the Kegel work. You still have to hold your core. Relax the shoulder blades down into your back. We're going to bring your arms halfway up. Our index fingers reach forward and open. Reach forward and open. We're just lubricating the shoulder joint. We enable it. One more. Palms come together this time. Now, put your fingers forward as you come off the chair. Feel your upper back. Now, keep this position. Drop your chin. And your head goes back to neutral. Drop your chin. And come back to neutral. Drop your chin, nice and slow. Hold here. Can you reach a little more forward with your fingers? Bring your head back up. Drop your chin. Take a breath. Exhale, reach more forward through the fingertips. everything's neutral, drop your arms. Can you feel between, yeah, all of that starting to go, okay, you can loosen it up. I'm gonna move my right block. I'm gonna say like, 2 o'clock. I'm just gonna put my hand on my knee, so my knee doesn't fall over. Right, so I'm just blocking. I want to take my body forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Forward, and I want to try to make sure. Look cockeyed, that's what I was fixing. That my hip and my knee are in alignment with my shoulder. Right, so I don't want to be wagged out or anything. One more forward. Now left arm comes up. We're gonna float that direction. Over the thigh and come up. Over the thigh. Come up. Nice and easy. And because our right arm's on that knee, it keeps it in the right position. And one more. And we're gonna switch. So now you're feeling more into the side of your body. And this is just waking things up. I don't know why it bothers me so much to not be able to see my fingers on the screen. Or if I chop off my head. All right, so make sure that block is right in front of your hip and shoulder, so you need straight forward. And this is like 10 o'clock. And this depends on your flexibility. Right now, we're still just kind of waking up. Block with your left arm, sit up nice and tall. And again, we're just going to take a bow and come back. Take a bow and come back. Stretching into your hip. Pull your navel in. These are just nice and easy. Pull your abs. Protect your back. Let's do one more here. Come back, right arm comes straight up. And again, we're going with it, leg. Float. So go towards your knee, yeah. Go towards your knee. There you go. So that's why my hand drops down and comes up. Because I'm going towards the knee. And you'll feel the lat stretch into your obliques, your love handle area. Let's do one more. And now relax. All right, so feet are going to be off the block for just a minute. We're going to put them at like 11 and 1. Gotta switch over. So now my feet are actually on the floor, even though I can still feel the chair kind of cutting into my hamstrings. Take your hands on your knees, push straight forward first. So it's like you're pushing forward and then starting to get into that bow. So you can feel your hip joint. Can you go elbows, knees? Keeping your knees over your heels. And we lower down gradually. We're keeping the flat back, I don't want to round. So my head is in alignment with my spine. Relax your hips. We're going to push your pelvis back right and left. So push towards the back of the chair. Right side, left side. Right side, left side. Right side, left side. Push and push. 3, 2, last one, hands underneath, roll up, 1 vertebrae at a time. A little bit, so then you should start feeling a little looser, at least torso and upper hips. So I'm going to sit in the back of the chair again. Now I have my second floor. So I'm just going to hold on to the chair, and I'm going to take my chest up. Pull your abs. Do you have a little shoulder stretch? Good. So keep that stretch, but drop your chin. Now we're going to take that bow again. So what I end up doing is kind of crawling down the front legs of the chair. So I keep walking my legs, and I want to keep that flat back. They might not see this hard because those hip joints are like, hey, you're at a different angle. Yes, we are. Take a breath. Exhale, relax. Maybe slide a little further, keeping that flat back. Oh my goodness. Take a breath. Exhale. Slide it in. And walk back up the chair legs. I know, right? You were talking about your legs still feeling them? Yeah. So this is what I like about it, because I can get you in different positions, whereas sometimes when we're standing up or on the floor, we can't get there, but when we're in the chair, I can manipulate it, and you feel safer to go further. All right. Putting our platform in front of us. That platform is probably going to get higher, just to let you know. So when I have my left foot on the platform right in front of my left hip, I'm going to reach down and pick up. Oh, my goodness. So when our foot's on the floor, we don't feel this as much. But if we were laying down on our back doing this, our tail is already rolled up, so you should have already been, right? So we're in that same position. Breathing in. Nope, stay straight up. It's made me hot, because I'm like, oh, big stretch, big stretch. So if you can't get on the floor, this is great. And again, we're 15 minutes in, basically, 12 minutes in, and we're still warming up. And it takes all of this just to, chest is going to go forward and back. So I want to hold on to my leg, forward, back, forward. You don't get very much range, right? But you can definitely feel the stretch. And I'm really trying to keep that knee down because this is stretching into my piriformis. That's that mean little muscle in our glute area that fires up our sciatica. One more. We're going to switch legs. And did you notice earlier I reached down and grabbed my leg and put it up? Be kind to yourself. And my knees, ooh, this one's super tight. We just hang out. So right now I'm kind of leaning back, letting that muscle go. It's okay to be biting. And I can leave my socks on. It's cold. It's not cold right now, but all right, let's bring our chest up and a little forward. And it just increases the stretch. I'm really kind of concentrating on my left hip right now just relax. Not holding on to it, let it stretch. And here we go, rock forward and back. Forward and back. Nice and easy. Breathing and protect everything. Nice. Take a breath. Exhale, give me a little push. Nice. Put those back down. All right, so I actually want you to kind of lean back in the chair. Go ahead, slide your hips a few inches forward. You're gonna want this for a minute. Tuck your abs, so you're a little concave in your belly, right ankle left knee. You gotta like, ugh. See what? Right? Foot on the left, ankle right knee. Good. Put it down, right ankle left knee. And switch. Nice. We're gonna switch one more each time. Last one. Did it get, I'm not gonna say it was easy, but
Yeah.
you're like going, I know what I have to do to get there.
You don't need to stay.
Yes, you don't get to stay. So we're gonna build up our floor a little bit. All right, hips go at the back of the chair again. I'm gonna reach down again. Okay. Woo, made it. I'm holding on to my leg. Lift off the back of the chair. Holy crap. We just got a little deeper. Again, what happens on the floor, you can't relax into this. Because you're like holding your legs up and all that good stuff. So this is called the lazy figure four. Because you get to totally kind of relax into it. It's not a struggle. Not that I can't feel a huge stretch, but I can actually relax and wiggle my hips. And let's switch. And again, I don't mind reaching down and picking this one up. Relax your hips. Let your arms do the work. So I tend to stretch the piriformis muscle more than the actual gluteus maximus muscle. Because it's usually not your glute that's super tight, it's your piriformis, and it lays right underneath your glute. And it's hooked onto your pelvis, and that's what we usually feel when we stretch more than the actual big glute muscle. Nice. All right, we're moving the blocks out of the way for just a moment. Front of your, or no, stay in the back of your chair. Knees go 10 and 2. Slide down your chair. How far down can you go? How's your hips feel? Your inner thighs. Are they spiced?
No. Not too bad,
Right. Yeah, like I can feel my hip joints, but it doesn't hurt per se. Can you move your shoulders side to side? And you can feel one side get a little deeper than the other.
Yeah.
While you're in it, even when you're blocked by your feet, come up. Because that's the next step. Nice and tall through the chest. Block the legs, slide forward. Remember where you were earlier when our feet were higher? Are you lower already? I know, isn't that cool? Don't get me wrong, I can still feel my inner thighs and my hips. But in comparison to where we started with our feet elevated, is better. And a one. All right, so this is where you might want the chair in front of you. You're like, I gotta get up, it's way over there. I know. So do you struggle with putting your foot in the chair, right? You can put a chair in front of you and place your foot on it. You can feel stuff now, right? You're like going, wait, I'm supposed to be looser. It will, I promise, it will.
These blocks are using those.
Not right now. Isn't it crazy? Like you stand up and you're like, I've kind of been working and doing stuff.
Well,
All right, so right foot in the chair. Just sit up nice and tall. Pull your abs in. We'll just stand up for a minute. Relax into that hip. So right elbow goes on your thigh, left arm. And there's a rotation to look at the wall. So you can feel your armpit open up and all that good stuff. Now we're going to take that left hand to your knee. And right like that. Open. And close. Open your torso or your trunk. And close. Open. And close. Open. And we're going to switch sides. So I sit here for a minute because I want things to relax and get comfortable, right? Stretch. All right, so keep that left arm. So body's out. And float across to the knee. And come up. So I'm reaching over my right shoulder and I sweep diagonally down to my knee, opening up the upper back. And then right up that. And I want to look at that wall. Look at the wall to the right. And back down. And leave the wall. And back down. Open the body. We're gonna go up and hold this time. Open your body, open your chest, and bring it forward, relax. What I like about this is, even though I work a lot on the hips, I get more upper body, and usually when we stretch, I feel like I get more upper. Anyway. All right, so here's the fun part. You don't have to put the foot on top, you can just sit cross-legged. How often do you get a cross-legged position?
Yeah.
But you can do it in a chair,
Yeah.
because the legs are a little more extended. Go ahead and lean back. I want you to actually relax your hips. You have to stretch in weird spots.
Yeah.
It's because we don't get here. So remember what foot's on top. And just totally try to relax. All right, so we're switching the legs around. This is pretty. And relax. Actually, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So you can feel one side more than the other. Like when this is actually my left leg, when my left leg's on top, I feel more inner thigh and hips than the other side. And unpretzel yourself. I want you to roll your ankles both directions, so make circles. Front to back, make things happen. Nice. And now we get to stand up. You might want to shake your legs, all that good stuff. I know it's been a minute. Put a slightly chair on the front. And because I'm in my socks, I want to make sure I'm standing on the mat. Chairs on the right side of me. One foot forward, one foot back, feet are straight. So it's like I'm on a pair of skis. If I was on a pair of skis and had it this way, I'm not going anywhere. So we kind of practiced this yesterday. Actually, why don't you turn so you can see yourself in your mirror, so you can make sure your feet are in the right position. So that's the first part of this. I want to think about where my head weight is. My head weight goes straight down and should split my feet. It shouldn't be over right foot or left foot. Now tuck your tailbone. Keep it tucked. Feel that hip flexor. Arm goes up. I'm going to push my hip away from the chair and take my hand over the chair. So I don't want to drop my arm. I'm actually pushing my palm to the ceiling. Can you feel the difference? So when we drop that arm, it's like, eh. But when I push up, it's like, oh my gosh. And bring it straight back in alignment. Think about your back knee. It's going to go towards the floor. But my body does it, oh my goodness, drift forward or back. And I can really feel my Achilles tendon and my gastrocnemius and my soleus. Those are all those lower leg muscles in the back. That back foot, pick up and feel. That knee goes forward. Drop it down and stand up. Hands crack off and go, oh my gosh. I'm going to switch sides. I'm just going to slide the chair around. Having my husband put some different caps on the chair so they slide easier for me. I'm not hiding with them. So my other leg's going to go back. So again, I want to be on a pair of skis. My toes are headed the same direction. So we've been working legs a lot this week. So this is a great thing for all this good stuff. Tuck your tailbone. Head weight splits of your feet. And you can tell the difference if you're too far back because your quads are really engaged on that back leg. If you're too far back, if you're too far forward, your heels up. When you're splitting the difference and your tailbone's tucked and or pelvis in neutral, you can feel that hip flexor into your quad and a little bit of inner thigh. So arm goes up. Push your hips away from the chair and push your palm to the ceiling as it goes over the top of the chair. And I'm just using the chair for balance reasons. Back knee goes towards the floor. Find the flexibility, right? So make sure you don't drop your hips back. Tuck your toe. That's, I think, the biggest difference. If I push my hips back, I have a stretch, but it's not the stretch. As soon as I tuck my toe and put my pelvis in neutral, it goes, ooh. We're gonna kick that back heel off the floor and make sure you go forward, drop, and stand up. All right, so we're gonna go back up to your trunk shoulder area. That's where we started. Everything should feel, I'm gonna say, looser. So we're basically threading the needle. Like if we were in child's pose on the floor, right? We thread the needle. It's the same concept. My hips are over my heels. I already have a stretch in my hamstrings. Pull your navel away from the floor. So I'm going to start with straight arms. I'm going to start with my right arm. Palm goes up, and I'm going just down past the chair. And you're rotating in your spine, your shoulders around your spine. We're going to take that right hand, take it clear up, and reach. Now, here's the deal. I don't want the arm to be all twisted. It only goes as far as the body does. Don't try to break that plane. See how my arm's kind of behind me, but my shoulder, this is where it stays. It stays with my shoulder, okay? So reach through, arm comes out, turn your shoulder, come back through. Go with the shoulder. Can you feel like your waistline and all that good stuff trying like, but I want to go a little more, and it doesn't? That's a mobility problem right there. One more. Hand goes in the chair. Other side. Go down past, find the stretch, and go up. Keep your arm with the shoulder. And back down. This is more like a bottom corner, top corner concept right now. Turn your shoulders. Turn your shoulders. One more. Hand goes in the chair. Find your hamstrings. Are these stretching as much now? Right, and it's just because we've been working through them.
Yeah, I feel it still, but it's not.
It's not like, oh my gosh. I'm gonna put the blocks on the chair. I'm gonna put forearms. Because I think if we go much lower, it'll be too bitey right now in the hamstrings. My legs are straight, but not locked out. I'm just letting my hamstrings stretch for a minute. Pull your navel in. So I'm going to turn my forearm across the blocks. My other arm is going to reach down towards the floor, opposite leg of the chair, to the side. Opposite leg to the side. Down, up, down, up. One more. Down, up. Switch. Ready? And down and across, parallel to the floor. Down and across, parallel to the floor. Pull your navel in. Down and across, up. One more. And stand up. You can feel all this, right? So even though we're working flexibility and mobility, you're feeling some work. We're gonna move the blocks now. Yeah. Oof, almost done. So everything should feel a little looser. Now forearms in the chair. Straight legs. You can feel your hamstrings, but they're not horrible, right? Perfect. Pull your abs in. Just let them stretch a little bit. I want you to hold on to the chair. Bend your knees. Sit your hips way back. I'm in my heels. So I'm holding on to the chair. And I can feel my back stretch. And straighten your legs. I want you to toe heel out one time. Go ahead and leave your toes a little out, so they're like at the point of the left one. You're gonna hold on to the chair again. Have a seat. Sit back in your heels. And come up. Toe heel out just a slight bit more. And have a seat. Can you shift right and left? Come back center and come up. Stand up all the way. I know, right? So we're just getting in different spots than we normally do. It's not a bad thing, it's just a little different. This is what we do on Tuesday night. There's some other things that we do on Tuesday night that I didn't do here, but this is your first time doing this, pretty much. But you kind of get the idea that you have chairs and blocks, and it feels, I want to say this class feels safe. Sometimes when I was teaching yoga, I tried to make sure I modified where I needed to modify, but trying to hold the balance and everything, if you're not there yet, it's kind of a scary class. And, I know people are like, but you can use this, you're right, but it's darker. And all that stuff, and when I start pulling senses away from me, it gets scarier. All right, let's call it a morning, because your hip should be like, hey, hey. Thank you, thank you.